Before we get into today's episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, PrizePicks. We have now partnered up the LADE Show and PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the best and easiest way to play daily fantasy. And what makes PrizePicks different is you're placing entries on players, not teams, scoring more or less than their stat prediction. And another great thing about PrizePicks is it's available in California, Texas, Florida, and many other U.S. states. All first-time users can use my promo code LADE, that's LADE. When you sign up, it'll give you 100% of what you deposit. So let's say you deposit $100, they'll instantly deposit match that and give you another $100 to make entries with. And like I said, I've been using PrizePicks personally for years. It's the most easy, quick way to make entries on sports. Good luck. Use my code LADE. Let's get back into the episode. That's how we start the episode. Clap it up.
Clap it up.
Welcome back to the LADE Show. Today we got Lakers and six. We got a special guest, Mr. Arash Markazi. Been covering the Lakers since 2000. And to put that in perspective, I was born in 1999. So I don't want to think, but like you like.
That's 20 something years. How old are you?
I'm 23, almost 24.
Yeah, I was on the Clippers when I first met you.
But
busting ass on the Clippers too.
Like, I'm excited to like hear like get some good insight.
Kicking ass.
You know the Lakers better than most people. So super excited. But yeah, you were at the LA Times. Now you have your own Sporting Tribune.
Yeah, the Sporting Tribune. We cover Southern California, Las Vegas, Hawaii. I know you guys
know
a lot about those three regions.
Yeah.
So, yeah. By the way, all big Laker fans. They love the Lakers in Vegas. They love the Lakers in Hawaii.
Hell yeah.
They do love the Lakers in Hawaii.
Hell yeah.
I love the Lakers.
And we got Lamar Odom.
The team went back to training camp in Hawaii. You remember those
We
days?
used to have training camp in Hawaii.
That was amazing.
That's why I was asking. You said you're going to a wedding in Hawaii.
Yeah, guys. He's invited to a Jewish wedding. I'm invited to next
We
week.
used to have training camp at the University of Hawaii. Where's Hawaii? University of Honolulu.
University of Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dope.
How many years did you guys do that for?
I mean, they started in the Showtime.
Yeah, I got 2 years of it in.
Yeah.
So were you at every training camp for the Lakers?
I was there once. It was the best. Listen, Hawaii is fun, but when you can go there on the company dime, it's even more fun.
Right. No, but I want to talk about the Lakers a little bit, and then we can get into some other stuff. But I like to say, we were saying before the pod, like we're on a 5-game winning streak. I don't want to count that Nuggets loss because we didn't have like our starting five. We didn't have LeBron,
We lost to the Nuggets
AD,
without anyone, right?
Have
current top seed, by the way.
Yeah, they were number one seed. They were
no shame in that.
When we came into Denver, we were 16-3. They were 16-3 at home, best team in the league at home.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the standards in the West change every day.
100%.
So that's what I wanted to talk about. We'll talk about that right now. So basically, right now, as we're recording this, the Lakers are the 12th seed, and we're 3.5 back of the 4th seed, who we are playing tomorrow night.
12th? That's a big game there.
But you guys have 3.5 games separate the 4th and the 12th seed, which is insane, which is a kind of blessing for us.
The crazy thing is they're 2 games back at the 6th seed. Now, the key with the 6th seed is you don't have to be in that play-in game.
Right.
So you're just in the playoffs. Just 2 back.
Yeah.
And by the way, to Lamar's point, a week ago it was like 1 game or a half game. It fluctuates all the time.
Yeah.
That makes this Laker game a big game now.
Every game, like we talk about in the
every
pod,
game is a
every
big
game is game 7. That's what we told us. We started off 0-5, 2-10. Every game is like a game 7 now. Like we have our backs against the walls. We did in 5-game winning streak, playing better. And like every team is gonna go through injuries, and it's just about who's gonna like play through them, like be deep and like just on the fly. Like, all right, we don't have LeBron tonight. Let's
next man up, right?
Yeah.
This is
next
sports.
Man up. So I want to get your
sports.
insight because Lamar and I have talked about it so many times. What do you think as far as a trade? Draft picks, no draft picks, Russ, LeBron, AD.
I mean, the great thing is the way that they're playing right now, you don't have to make a blockbuster trade. The West is totally open. Golden State's not who we thought they were. The Clippers are not who we thought they were. I mean, you can make a deal for a shooter, put yourself in position to be a 6 seed. Like you said, they're not that far out of the 4 seed. And at that point with this team, Lamar, is just make the playoffs. This team was really built for the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs a year ago. I promise you, come playoff time, if they're healthy, I get it. It's a big if. No one wants to see this team in the playoffs.
Well,
fully healthy, 7-game series.
Yeah, whatever trade they make, or they maybe you think they have to make. I hope they could keep AD, Russ, and LeBron.
I agree.
As
I
in
think the
major
pieces
3
that we're talking about are Nunn, Patrick Beverly, some of these other pieces, and I think that the West is open enough, and there's a sliver of a window where I think they will part with a first round pick. I know for a long time they didn't want to. You got LeBron.
Yeah.
You got AD. You got a window. You have to go for that window.
I still firmly believe that LeBron can be the best player on a championship team. Despite Giannis, Steph, Tatum, like LeBron can still win a championship and be the best player on our team. He's got to have the right pieces, of course.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying, like what you're saying. He has that window where he still, can compete and
they're gonna make a run deep in the
right
playoffs.
Pieces around him. Like we won on a 5-game win streak without AD. Like,
they're gonna make a run deep in the playoffs.
But like you said,
even with Russ, AD, and LeBron.
But the big if is healthy.
Yeah,
that's not
healthy.
It's not a given at all. So, but like the fans, they obviously want to hear like names. So like you've been covering the Lakers for almost as long as I've been alive. What do you think the Lakers? Like, who do you think the Lakers can like?
That's true.
I don't want to make
he likes doing that.
I don't want to make him feel old.
Be Lamar Odom.
I want to put it into perspective, like knowledge base. Like he knows his shit. Yeah. So, who like players? Like who do you think would help?
There's a lot of out there, but you just need a shooter. And I know it's simplistic to say, and I don't know who's available. But what I'm saying is, right now, you don't have to make a blockbuster deal.
Right.
So I think for a while, it's like, well, if you package 2 first-round picks, this, that, and the other. I think the pieces are there.
Right.
The big if, and it's a massive if, I get it. If AD is healthy,
right, he's
having a career year. You're talking about a transcendent talent. You're talking about one of the, like, if he's healthy, big if, all that. You're talking about a top 10 player. It's not a small thing. If he's not playing, it's not like, AD's not. You're missing a top 10 player.
Yeah. I think if the Buddy Hield's Mal Turner deal is still on the table too.
Is that considered a blockbuster? I think
it is. That is more.
That's
of a
Ross and the 2 picks.
Yeah, which I think at this point I would be fine with. I love that he's not like the most hated player in Los Angeles. I always hated.
They love him now.
I love Russ, and I love the way he plays. And he was coming back home, and it was just a bad fit. But he's playing well enough now that if you're looking to make a deal, like he is a solid player.
Yeah, they love him. Like you've been a game. You've been playing a game. Like every time he comes to the game, they go cheer. The first time he checks in.
I love that.
It's crazy how it's changed. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. The deadline's coming up.
He's doing exactly what I predicted him to do.
He did. He called it before. I don't know if you saw it. He said that Russ was going to win the 6th Man of the Year before he was even coming off the bench.
Yep.
So now he's a favorite.
Can I say one thing? Well, my favorite trade during the season, and it happened around Super Bowl week. I remember I was in Phoenix. Not the last time Super Bowl was in Phoenix, but the Super Bowl was in Phoenix, and I get a text, and this trade came out of the blue. I want to get your thoughts. That the Lakers have traded for Pau Gasol, and I'm like, what did they have to give up?
Oh wow!
It was like Kwame Brown, the rights to Marc Gasol, which ended up being bad at that point. Like Mark wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it was this package that I was like, there's something wrong. Like, no, like how did they get? And that was one, because people forget that team was a very good team. They were a playoff team. Mm-hmm. They would have won a series or 2. But Lamar, when you got Powell, that was like, they are a team.
Oh yeah,
team.
that was
took us over the top.
Yeah,
we got Powell.
That was the moment. And people forget that season. Before that season begins, Kobe got booed because that's when he went on the tour and he said, I want to get traded.
What year was that? 07, right?
2007, 2008. They go on to go to the finals, and I still say to this day, if they were healthy, they beat the Celtics.
Right.
If they had Trevor, if they had Andrew Bynum, they beat the Celtics.
So how
yeah, that was without Powell too, the first finals, right?
No, they had Powell.
Kobe went after Powell, right?
What?
Kobe went after. Was that like you?
That was the guy that Kobe wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
He loved the way that Powell played.
Yeah. It's intellectual for the game.
Yeah, but like back to what you were saying, I think the Lakers, they're right there. Like obviously fans are gonna overreact. Like rough start. But like really, like, if this team is healthy, they have it. They've already beaten the Nuggets, Pelicans, Bucks. I don't
that Milwaukee game was when I said
that was amazing.
This team has a chance.
I don't care about like almost winning, but it's worth mentioning. We almost beat the Celtics and the Sixers. We could have beat them if we secured a couple little things. But like those are top teams in the league, and we were with them when we even beat them. So I think we're right there. I agree. We don't need a blockbuster trade. But I want to kick it a little bit to what just happened this week with Magic Johnson. I think it was on All the Smoke podcast.
What happened?
He said that he was this close to getting Kawhi.
Damn.
And so I want to know, like, what do you guys, both of you think, like,
could
what would have been like if we got Kawhi with LeBron?
Probably would have ran 2 or 3 off.
Yeah.
If Kawhi would have played some games.
Well, that's a big key.
Hopefully, if he would have came to LA, he would have said, "To hell, I'm gonna perform," and not does what he do now.
They had the cap room. again, the summer he goes to the Clippers, they had created cap room for him, and that's the crazy thing about the team that won in 2020. They really kind of had to piece that team together because they thought that they were going to get Kawhi. Kawhi goes to the Clippers,
and then everything.
And they were like, okay, who can we put together?
It's like Danny Green. Then we got like
that team just gelled.
It gelled at the right time.
I mean, I think you can attribute some of that to like Kobe's death and then COVID. So like you bring them together.
What that team went through, and that's why I still hate to say that they tore that team apart.
It's literally LeBron 8 year left. That's it. We got rid of Taylor, and Taylor was the last guy aside from LeBron and AD, and that was it. But
where'd they all go? Why do those players leave?
Traded, let go on free agency.
Clutch Sports.
Clutch Sports Mafia.
I mean, they let Caruso just walk for nothing. I mean, Caruso loved it here. I mean, he would have taken less money to stay here.
Right.
Left. Then they trade KCP, Kuzma,
Harrell. But look at Austin Reeves though, because honestly, I think he's a better player than Caruso right now. Like he plays defense, not as good as Caruso, but like offensively, he's like 50, 40, 90 guy. So
he's a better playmaker than Caruso.
Playmaker,
so a better passer.
But yeah, bottom line, like imagine having both of those guys, which would have been crazy. Let's talk about again the Lakers looking forward. We got Luka and the Mavs tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, they're the 4th seed. We're 3.5 back, and we're in the 12th seed.
That's crazy.
It's really in the East is like that as well.
Yeah.
What do you think? I want both of you guys.
That's great for them.
Coming up against like Luka. How do you stop a guy like that?
Well, every time he will go into a pick and roll, I will fall back into his zone because it's hard to stop into a pick and roll.
Really?
He could beat you by himself with the basketball. So every time he will go into a pick and roll, I will find a way into his fall into a zone the floor up, show him different looks.
Mix it up.
That's what you can do.
The Clippers beat them last night.
Did they?
They beat them last night. I'm not gonna say held. Luka had like 40 something points, but
I mean he's just fun to watch. I mean, what 60, 20, 10? That's got to be like one of the great stats.
I want to ask you a question now because I asked Lamar. Yeah. I want to know, what do you think is more impressive, Luka's game, Donovan Mitchell's game, the 71, or Kobe's 81?
Well, Kobe's 81 is like historic.
It's like
now.
Different.
It's like a folklore. People forget about this game. Like Lamar can touch on it. He had to score like every one of those points.
Yeah, we were down.
That's what you're saying. We were losing. We were losing.
And people forget, like no one watched that game, and there were so many reporters who missed that game because it was the conference finals Sunday, and even the play-by-play guy for you guys,
right?
He wasn't there because he was contracted to.
Right, I spoke to Bill about that. That was Bill's first game.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So no one was watching, and they're trailing. But I still say to this day, and I wonder when Kobe scored 61 in 3 quarters to beat the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So they put like Kobe's game aside, like what's like more like 60-20 is like fucking that's like
more impressive. Yeah.
Luka and guard James, they like the scientists of like basketball right
I like
now.
that.
Especially if you think about guard James. I was listening to Isaiah Thomas bring up something. He said that like you can't even mention, LeBron James' high school coach. Right? He didn't go to high school.
Right.
And then took 3 rookie coaches to the NBA Finals.
Who was it? Blatt?
Mike Brown,
and
you know what I mean? Like even our like
Lou, right?
So like where did he get this like mindset for the game?
I mean, that's why you call him God James.
What he's doing at this point of his career, we've never seen ridiculous. Before. We've never. I mean, not even remotely close. With Tom Brady, you can say, listen, like the rules have changed. You can't touch the quarterback. I mean, the way LeBron's playing right now, we've never seen anything remotely close.
It's crazy.
It's not normal, and we have something incredible coming up. LeBron's going to pass Kareem.
Yeah.
And I just can't stop thinking about like the scenario in my head. Like, is it going to be like a trademark fast break dunk? Is it going to be like a hook shot? Is it going to be like a free throw? Like, I keep playing it in my mind. Like, I already know wherever it's going to be. Hopefully it's in LA. I'm going to be there. Like, I'm flying out. I've got to fly out for that game.
Yeah. That's going to be a historical moment for basketball.
Really?
I didn't think anyone would touch that.
No, probably the most historical moment, right?
Yeah.
In the NBA.
It has to be. That was almost untouchable.
Right.
Yeah.
Will, Kareem and Kareem will. And then assists, like he's passed like Magic Johnson. Like I know Magic played I think 11 seasons, but still. But like back to points, like LeBron's not even a scorer for his guy. He's like a pass for his guy, and that's evident. Like people used to talk about that when he wasn't on the Lakers, and like now that I watch him every night, like he's a pass for his guy. He can go and get 50 if he wants, anytime he wants, anytime. But I know you said that you thought that was an untouchable record. Who do you guys think, if possible, I think it's possible, who do you think would break that record after LeBron?
I don't think anyone's gonna.
Really?
Yeah. Because you just have to look at what he's done.
You gotta first of all, you gotta take. It gotta be a. You gotta have a.
Like what about Curry? Like Curry, KD, like got.
Not gonna play that long, I don't think. And not gonna play this well.
Maybe like a guy. Like only thing I could think of is a guy maybe. Some kid in Africa or like
we haven't heard.
Yeah, you probably like some kid in Africa that's gonna be like 6'11", handles, gonna have an ill motor in the body like of David Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was thinking maybe like Banchero.
Yeah,
if he played for 20 years, he's a scorer. If he averaged 20, 25.
It comes down to our
for 20 years. Longevity. You know what I mean?
The best example is look at Kobe's career, and he finished third, right?
Yeah.
And that was really hard. Yeah. I mean, he played 20 years, high level.
Because now it gives you a platform.
Yeah.
At least for all these young players.
Yeah.
It does, but no, think about this. Kobe's for what first? Before I was even born. Before I was even born, but like his first couple years, he wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
So,
but it's hard. I mean, it's hard to come into the league and do what LeBron did his first year.
That's like,
and even more impressive because we've never seen before do what he's doing at this point in his career.
You got to be durable too.
He's averaging like 38 points since he turned to 38.
You got to have a football mentality.
And then we were talking about this before the pod. LeBron said about like how he wants to play with Bronny before he retires. That's the one thing he wants.
That's dope.
That is cool.
But as a Laker fan, I'm going to be selfish. Like, does that mean he's leaving us?
Like,
what does that mean?
You know what though? But if that means he has to leave us, then more power to him.
I need him to retire. Do the whole Kobe last check out. I'm out.
For a dude that played in the NBA, I'm gonna tell you that's probably every NBA father. That probably would have to be a dream.
Son on an NBA court, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Difference.
That's different from shooting hoops with your son. That's like going to the extreme and playing in it. Come on, man.
Like in an NBA arena with like your son.
That's Ken Griffey. Like
that's his favorite athlete. It's one of his favorite athletes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's what he wants.
Yeah, what do you think?
But the big difference is Kobe, his entire career with the Lakers, Dirk entire career with the Mavs, Tim Duncan with the Spurs. It's very rare to do that, and so LeBron has not done that. Cavs, Heat, Lakers. If he finishes his career, it's not so much that he would finish his career with a new team. He's finishing his career with his son.
Yeah.
What an iconic moment
that
would be.
You're LeBron James. You've done everything.
Yeah. It's over.
And then have your son on the court. Yeah, wow.
That's it.
So we'll see. But
that's the movie is written.
Yeah.
Selfishly as a Laker fan, like, don't leave us, LeBron. Like, don't leave us. But I think it's an exciting time for like LeBron. You know, it's so anticipated.
But this is when I expect the Lakers to like pick it up as he starts getting closer to this record. I expect it to like start to rub off on them. You know what I'm saying? That infectious energy. Because if you're a Laker, I know how it is to be, one of the others. This is a great time for you to shine. That's what you see my man Thomas Bryant is doing.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about him for real quick. Like 80 went down. Thomas Bryant been killing it like 20 and 15.
I think when AD comes back, hopefully what do you think they're gonna start both of them or bring Thomas Bryant off the bench?
You can play around with that, but I would start the two guys. And I just hope Thomas has that confidence and he continues to play this way. And I think he will.
Yeah.
So you think Thomas should start when AD's back or AD should go back?
I would play around with that.
Yeah. I will use Thomas Bryant for a cushion, for AD's cushion.
Right. He doesn't like playing the 5.
You know he don't need it anyway.
He's not like playing the 5.
What's the difference? Ain't no difference in 4 and 5 in the NBA right now. Anyway.
You got to guard guys like
they both pop out.
Yeah, but you got to guard guys like Jokic and you got to guard guys like I don't know.
Was a little bit more grimy under there, right? Yeah. Steven Adams,
I mean, like an AD is
a little bit more physical,
injury prone. So, like, the least like usage of him in like guarding those guys, the better. But Thomas has been a fresh breath of air, and then I want to talk about Cousins because he's been a name that's been thrown out. Where the Lakers are working him out. I think was it last week or this week?
Last week.
Yeah. What would he bring to the team?
Maybe some toughness on the inside. That's what we can really use him for. Some pick and pop, pick and roll.
True, yeah.
He can finish. He's not the same athlete since after the Achilles and the
What do you
injury
think,
he had.
like, with Thomas Bryant? Now that we have him, like, do we need a guy like? I think our focus should be like a shooter, not like fucking Cody Zeller. Like we're working out Cody Zeller. Like, what's that for?
Well, anytime I think you got a chance to get better, you got to take that chance, the opportunity. You're not losing a lot by working them out,
Right.
you know.
I mean, the amazing thing is Cousins was on that 2020 team, and if he doesn't go get hurt before the season, Dwight Howard does not get the chance he got. Dwight Howard was out of the league. Cousins gets hurt.
That's a great point.
They signed him to they worked him out, signed him to a non-guaranteed contract. Yeah. He proved himself, won a chip. Yeah.
I was so Laker fans were really excited for Cousins.
That was cool to see.
Really excited.
That was cool to see.
So if he comes back, I mean, I'm sure Laker fans will welcome with open arms. But I want to wrap this up by you've been covering again. You've been covering for a while
since before I was
born. But like, you've pretty much seen everything.
Yes.
And I know it's a very crazy, hard question to answer, but like if you can think of like the best Kobe story and then the best Laker memory you have.
Well, Laker memory, you could just say, I know what it is. Triangle offense.
Lamar, sixth man of the year.
Triangle offense. Triangle offense. That's what's wrong, I think, with the Lakers. That like I still can't really get their offense. Like,
yeah.
Right. Sorry.
So I'll tell you my favorite Kobe story, and Lamar was there. It was when you guys won your first championship, and I know you